Dyslexia, an often overlooked or sometimes dismissed disability, many people merely suggesting that someone is unintelligent rather than taking the condition seriously. However, for Dr. Alex Jones, it can be at times a very difficult battle between her and her condition. Working as a GP, some of her more easier tasks can be made far more difficult thanks to her condition.
What it does do is mean that I struggle with spellings, so the job that I do has quite a lot of complicated drug names involved because I'm a doctor, so clearly it's important that they're right. So what I find is I always have to double reference and check those things, which I think sometimes it can be embarrassing because you feel like people think you don't know what you're doing. And actually, I do know the drug name, it's just that the spelling, no matter how many times I've looked at it, will elude me.
Therefore, Dr. Jones, similar to many of those who are dyslexic, accommodates and manages to adjust to the issues.
What I tend to do is I will explain why I'm doing it to people and say, often I will just say that I'm dyslexic and that I need to confirm the spelling. A lot of the computer programs require exact spelling, and it's not like Google where it gives you close matches. You have to be able to spell it.
Like many though, Dr. Jones wasn't diagnosed at an early age, rather much later into her academic life.
First year secondary school, there was like a test to see how clever you were essentially, and for every other subject I was at the age of a 15-year-old when I was 11, but for English I was at the age of 11-year-old, so what that meant is it wasn't picked up. They were just happy I was reaching the age appropriate, and really there should have been an acknowledgement that there was a difference there. So I went to university, and obviously suddenly the amount of knowledge you needed was like a book this big for the whole year to books this big every couple of weeks, and that increasing workload I just found really hard, and I struggled to keep up, or at least I felt I wasn't keeping up.
Dr. Jones is not alone in her struggle though, as research conducted by the British Dyslexia Association suggests as many as 10% of the UK's population are confirmed as dyslexic, 4% severely so. And while Dr. Jones agrees that there is a negative stigma attached to the disability, she understands some of the frustrations that other people may have.
I think someone like me, on the surface, I don't appear dyslexic, and therefore you can find people who kind of resent you if you have extra time in exams or those sort of things because they can't see how it's affecting you. And I think also because it's to do with learning abilities, then people themselves are ashamed to admit it because they feel like it means they're stupid, or they've actually maybe even been told they're stupid.
That being said, Dr. Jones still feels like any disability, physical, mental or learning, more education would prove invaluable, suggesting the more you know, the more you understand. Ash Brighton, Teesside.